now I'm gonna add it in here. Oops. Hey, what's going on, everyone? I hope you're all doing all fantastic. So what I'm having here is people have been asking about full day of eating and all that. I personally don't feel full day of eating videos really make much of a sense, but I try to do I put an attempt from my side to do it. The meal that you're going to see right now is the one that I have every single day, no exceptions, right after I come back from gym. So it's like 45 minutes after I end the gym, I do this thing. And after that, I'm going to put the captions for the rest of the things that I kept on capturing throughout the day, whatever things that I was having, and I'll put the caption. You can read from that that's going on. Alright, now that we're back from the unboxing, let's prepare the meal that I generally have. I don't really keep on measuring. I did measure initially, but most of the time I go with the things that I know I'm going to use. So the first thing that I'm going to use is oats, and it's not whole oats. So during the day, you're going to see I use whole oats. And that's because it takes a lot more time to get into the system. This one is a mixed oat. It's got wheat, it's got barley, it's got ragi, pretty much everything, and oats also. I like the taste, and I like the way it kind of works, and also the texture. I like the texture too. So I'm having here about 75 grams of that, and then I got a full apple. You see, this is just a full apple, all cut. And I took it and try to get the apples that you get locally, not the ones that have that wax thing on it. It's easier to use. Now what I do personally is that I use hot water, and I put the water in here, not too much of hot water, just a wee bit of hot water, and then I'd add some cold water to that. The reason for doing that, and I'm going to explain that. See, you can add the full thing into hot water, and you can add your whey protein in hot water, but there is a bit of chance that the whey protein might get denatured. So what I personally do, I just sprinkle a bit of hot water, as much hot as I can, without the whey protein, and add the normal water, and then I'll add the whey protein to it. But because this video is partly about whole day of eating, and then partly I wanted to crunch in the initial views about this GAYOR thing. I wanted to test the mixability of this thing. I did use it already. It mixes fantastic, but still, I'm going to show you how it mixes. So here we got 250 ml of water, and here we go with GAYOR. Let's see. This lens is so crunchy. I mean, it's 50 mm. It's really a crunchy sort of lens. So here we go. So here's how the powder looks like, and I've tested and felt the texture. It's very fluffy, but it's sand-like, but it's really fluffy sort of texture. Here's my water, and there it goes. They said 200 to 250 ml, so that's what I'm using. I'm gonna give a normal stir first. What I felt that is really goes fast in the system, but yes, there are certain things in it they've added, and they mentioned it in the ingredient list, is that they have added peanuts and almonds, like chunks of those. So that's something that's not gonna mix, of course. And you can see the chunks also. So if you look at this, then just by shaking it this way, it's got good transparency or translucency, which I'm looking for every isolate product. And now let's give it a shake. So the transparency is still there, and we got a wee bit of froth. Why there's not much of a froth? When I found this yesterday, I called them up and I tried to understand why they don't have much of a froth. So they said they used to have froth, which I also felt previously, in their sample packages. But they bumped up the xanthan gum quantity so that the froth comes down, because they've been getting complaint about the froth. So that's the idea, but they still got some, just a wee bit of froth. If you ask me, I'd expect more froth, but if they're saying they've added more xanthan gum, that probably explains it. But I think people should get more knowledge about it, that the froth is not good, they should keep it. Translucency is pretty good, I like it. And I think whatever they mentioned, this amount of water, it's okay, but you can bump it up actually. Right, and let's taste it a bit. It's really good. So one of the things with Indian brands is that these are either too sweet or not sweet at all. Some of those taste really good. I like some of the tastes of Indian brands, like Nutriment Muscle Whey I like personally. Not sure about everybody. Pro Gauge also I like. This one also I like. Fantastic. It's not chocolate, it's chocolate almond fudge, that's what they're calling it, and it tastes good. I mean, really good. I mean, they've used some good flavoring in here, and just in case you're somebody who's into flavoring, it's gonna be good for you. Now, I did this extra step. I don't really do that. I directly add the whey protein in here, but now I'm gonna add it in here. Oops, see? Shit. Anyway, it's okay. So there you go. And if you let this thing sit for some time, it's gonna sip in all the whey, and the oats is gonna absorb the water, and it's gonna thicken up. So that's about what I eat right after my workout. And now check out the rest of the things that I eat throughout the day. I try to crunch in as much as I could, but probably not everything. All right. Both meals for the day. Almost done. Pretty simple. Some chicken, quinoa, and some corn. That's it. Okay, now that we're back from what we eat during the day, there's a reason for the type of thing that you saw I eat, is that I'm trying to lose fat and gain some muscle at the same time, and yes, that is possible. It's called body recomposition, and people like me who have lower metabolism, you can go for that. It kind of helps, it helps recompose your body structure with the food that you take and the workout that you do. We can make a video on it later on. Anyway, so coming to the rest of the part of this video, and this is not a review video anyway, it's just an initial thoughts. So I'm going to say that they get like 200 out of 100 just because of this packaging. I mean, this is outstandingly good. This is fantastic. This is by far the best packaging that I've ever seen in any Indian brand. Kudos to that. And this is the new branding. Actually, they had old branding previously. Now, there are a few things for which I'd give upper hand to this brand so far. I gotta use it, and it's got a tough competition because I've been using the whole 5 lb tub of Ultimate Nutrition Pro Star. It's been amazing in recovery. It's done. I switched in between to a bit of remaining muscle whey that my friend gave me, and I was doing with the Pro Gauge whey. But now I'm going to switch completely onto this one because that's why I bought it. Basically, I took a vote which one to take, either the whey rain or this one, and whichever I bought, because it's a big tub, right? I can use it as my primary source. So I'm going to use it and see how it is. But right now, what I'm going to tell you is a few things that I like about it. The first thing that I like, and I would highly appreciate that they're doing it, only Indian company, or rather any company in the world that I've seen they're doing it. It's 83% protein isolate on as-is basis. And how did I say it's as-is basis? Is because these guys came out clear about it. Let me see if I can focus on this so that you can see. Now if you see at the bottom it says calculated on as-is basis, and then in the green list the protein percentage, the 27 gram out of 32 gram, that has a star. So you go down and you read and it says on as-is basis. This is amazing. So what they say is that they have added, if you see on the screen right now in the center I'm highlighting, they've added the whey protein isolate 90% and added all those other ingredients, and that came to this much of as is. This is a great move. Companies should do that. They should come in transparent, because on the dry basis, whatever they say, that's not what we consume. We consume way less. All right. The other things that I want to highlight is that it's got 1 gram of carb and 0.5 gram of fat. That's pretty much all it has. And price wise, it's 65 bucks per scoop, being an isolate product which has got the flavor in it. And does it have enzymes? Okay, it's got some enzymes also, like natural enzymes. It's not digestive enzyme. It's got pepsin and lactase. I don't know why it has lactase, because it's isolate. It probably doesn't have much of an lactose in it anyway. So I think the price is okay. Previously, whatever the price they used to have, they put some discount on it, and that's what the price they're giving it now. And if the product really stands up to its quality, whatever it demands, I think it's going to be good. But the thing is, what I don't know, and I'll probably call them up or write them a mail to know, is that what sort of isolate they're using. Is it ion exchange? Is it cross flow, ultrafiltration? There's different techniques, right? So if they can tell me, because that's not anywhere mentioned on the top, that'd be really helpful. Apart from that, I like the taste actually. But so what I can say is, if you're going for this product anyway, or if you're using it, you want to switch the taste, then definitely go for chocolate almond fudge, because it's fantastic. It's just awesome. It's got some crunch of the almond and the nuts in there, but the taste is beautiful. So that's pretty much what it was, and I think this sort of videos, if you like, let me know. I'm going to make more of this video, which is kind of a part life of mine and part actual content, so that it's more entertaining, and I'm going to bring more content to you. So thanks a lot for your time, everybody, and have an awesome life, folks. Ciao.